We are here at Aveda Institute in Washington, D.C. We got our very own, one of my best friends and one of the best educators in the DMV, my friend Miss Inga. How are you doing?
Excited to be here. I really, really am. Excited that you're here. Long-standing in the industry, your name is out there, so I'm just really excited to have you here at Aveda Institute.
So, I'm happy to be here. I got to say that, the students are great here. I've been here quite a few times and I always get a great response. And, you guys are doing a great job. So, tell me, today is career day, so tell me some of the things that you guys, telling the students to look for and to prepare for.
Well, our main thing is continued education. So we want to make sure that our students are abreast of what's out in the industry. And just letting them know that they have options and that they want to find a place that's the correct fit for them. But I think for me, an incentive scale being intact as far as worrying about their salary, kind of putting them at ease to understand that they don't learn everything at Aveda, even though Aveda is the Harvard of hair, so they learn a lot more than other schools. But if they don't continue education in this day and time, you just won't make it in this industry.
Wow, that's an interesting point, because I find that a lot of the students now, just coming out of school, that, they're working they're trying to get the little studio spots and stuff like that. And a lot of them don't have clientele, and I found that to be a big issue. And so what are some of the things that you're teaching them as far as branding themselves and marketing themselves, especially with the day of social media age? There's so much competition out there. So what are some of the things that you talk about?
Well, here at Aveda, we start them with the Instagram and telling them to get their work out there. We also make sure that they are going out and market themselves. We do participate in New York Fashion Week, as well as DC Fashion Week, as well as community service, which takes up about maybe 25% overall of what Aveda does.
Wow.
So just making sure that they are abreast with all of those things. But you touched on my sweet communities, and that's not something that we push. First of all, if you want to open up a salon, you need to create a paper trail. And I find that a lot of stylists that get sucked into the salon community are not paying their taxes. They're not creating a paper trail.
That's a great point, yes.
They need at least 100 clients to successfully see it going through, and then they have to market themselves, and they don't always have the money to do so. So going into a commission-based salon is really where you need to start at, because some of those things are going to be taken up by the proprietor.
Yeah.
So we don't push for that here. We want to make sure that they're well-rounded, and they won't be. Also for me, who worked in a suite for many, many years, unless you're well-known, I find I was about probably 21 at that time, and what ends up happening is competition is good. So to be around other stylists in the salon helps you become more competitive.
Wow, yeah, that's true.
So being closed off to me is once you get to a level where you already have your client base and your clients are giving referrals.
Wow. So what I'm going to say, there's some great information that you're sharing, and, one of the things, I'm going to let you get back to the students, but I wanted to just end with this. With the whole current climate, a lot of the salons are actually, they're actually struggling too, because a lot of people want to leave the salon. So what do you think that the next wave of group of students, what they should really be prepared to do? Because a lot of these salons are closed. So I know that you said that you were looking for them to work in commission salons, but I found that a lot of commission salons are really struggling right now.
They are?
Yeah. So what would be some of the alternatives that you think that some of the students should do? Looking out there, because doing it on their own is really tough right now.
Right.
What are some of the alternatives you think?
Well, for me, I know.
Since you're the expert.
Coming out in the industry, for me, I started at Natural Motion back in the 80s.
Oh, yeah.
And being able to be under someone, so maybe looking towards mentorship and finding someone that can mentor them. I think that everybody's ready to make the top dollar, but I think that's what makes a stylist, when you can work under a master.
Wow. Yeah.
So I think possibly just moving forward and finding somewhere where you can get in and learn all you can for a while. It shouldn't be about the money in this day and time when you're coming out of school like crazy. So what's going to make you different? What's going to make me come to you? It's going to be that you've had the right training under a master educator.
Wow. Man, so this was a great segment here, man. I appreciate it. You taking the time to sit down with us and talk with us about, some of the future.
Yes.
So we're looking forward to working with you guys and doing some future endeavors.
And we're looking forward to it anytime.